It's fun, and that's what this hobby's about.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And Luka will see you in the next video.
Absolutely. Probably about 10 years ago, I bought a. Sorry, everyone.
In fact, I loaned one of these to Rick Salvino when he was working on his Formula One car, and I said, "Yeah, can I get that back?" No, you're not getting it back.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, isn't it?
It is. I had no idea. I wish you'd have told me.
I tried. You wouldn't listen to me. I was grabbing it.
Yeah, I watched your build on that Mustang to see what kind of pitfalls were going to come in. So.
Didn't really have any.
No, that's what I thought. I'm getting it.
Yeah, that looks like a Ferrari. Oh, is that what's that there? A Ferrari there? Or?
Like, you got a good eye. You got an awesome eye. 330.
Oh, it looks good in front of dog white.
I could come in here and probably, paint a body and go, oh shit, I got fish eyes in this thing. Yeah, you know what? I'll carry it out to the old purple pond, drop it off into it, and I'll go and pull another kit, and I'll go, well, let's try this.
Exactly. What is that, like the fishing thing? Your worst day model building is better than your best day at work, right? That's it.
It's so true.
That was something that when I started watching your videos, I really liked your personality. I mean, you don't know nothing about Ed Roth, so you really, at this point, it's time to, back off, I think. But
well, I'm ignorant. I'm just so ignorant.
That's right, you're ignorant. Then you go Hollywood.
It's a good forum to do that, and to talk models, any type of models. I just like talking styrene, period.
Yeah, we like it. We're addicted.
All right, so I got a story for you. You know that light switch I was telling you about in the hallway that doesn't seem to go to anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been flicking that thing on and off, trying to track it around the house, and I just can't figure out where it goes. Well, yesterday, in the mail, I get a note from a lady in Germany that says, cut it out. So apparently, it's wired there.
So now you know.
Yeah. I have a little label on it. It says
that's
German
a trip.
I have a little label that says German switch.
Did you actually find that made in Germany or something on the switch?
I haven't gotten in there yet. I honestly believe there's probably a mouse in there holding a couple of wires together, and it's fried solid.
The question I have is, you should send a note back to her. Is are you going to help pay for my APS bill? Or is it SRP you're with?
SRP. I'm going to ask her, what exactly is this wired to?
Yeah. Whoa. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe she's watching this show, because if she is, she just heard that story.
Oh, that'd be great.
They're here.
And she's going to be like, oh, you're on YouTube. You can afford to pay for this.
Yeah. So then she's going to pass it right on to you. Oh, man. How are you today, Mr. PG?
I am doing well enough to do this show.
Awesome.
It's either going to be awesome or our standard fare.
I will probably put my money on the standard fare part.
Standard fare.
But
the only thing special here are the blue plates.
I would love to have a blue plate. I used to have a blue plate when we were younger.
Was it stolen from a what was those things called? Not a photomat, an automat.
An automat, yes.
Yes.
Probably. I remember we had one blue plate, and it had that look, thick and kind of ribbed.
Yeah.
And
wait, what are we talking about now?
a plate.
Okay.
It kind of had, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. With the power of Google, I'll probably have a picture of one right there.
Thank you, Google.
Oh,
we could do that in real time.
That went absolutely nowhere. But let's get the formalities out of the way so we can continue on, because we got a very interesting subject today.
Yes, we do. So that's Luka Cee.
That's BG.
And we are
the Mediocre guys
on the YouTubes.
Whew, there, we did that. Hey, we kind of did it different this time.
Yeah, here's a producer, so get that out of the way.
Bye. All right.
What's our average watch time? 3 minutes? All right, we got it. We got it covered.
Perfect for me. So it was, I hope I didn't destroy the man's name, because he's in Denmark, as a matter of fact. It would be Thomas Sky T or Skyte T Hansen. That's easy.
How about you just put it on the screen?
And so, he says, hi, see, he puts me first. Hi, Luka and Brian. That's that guy.
How does he know my alter ego?
Because that ego is. Anyway. Hi, Luka and Brian. Here's a thought for a future show, which is now. It's no longer the future.
The future is now.
The future is now. Where do you see the hobby like 10 years down the road? Do we still have companies making regular model kits, or is then, and I hit a wrong button on my phone. Let me go back to that. Where was I? Do we still have companies making regular model kits, or is the market or is the market changed into companies putting out files for 3D printing on your own printer? Not meaning it as a negative, just an evolution thing for the hobby. So I guess what he's asking, will there be no more kits and we just do 3D print files? Very interesting, because that kind of already happens in a way.
Agreed.
Hobby, but with music, for instance, and games, and everything's downloaded now. You don't go and buy a game. The kids that are buying games that are way more than model kits, but that's why they're not in the hobby, but that's for another story. They're going and spending $70 a game downloading it, and but they can't afford model kits. To spend it on games.
And some of those games are buying things they call skins, which are just different.
Well, there's a lot of ancillary funding you have to put out, things you have to buy when you get into a game. Plus, you have to pay for a monthly fee for getting on a network, because now it's all about playing with your friends. That's why the kids also don't go out and ride bikes anymore, and they're all inside. They socialize with their friends on the games. And they're not building model cars, because they blow all their money on that stuff, which is 10 times more than the hobby. If they would just build model cars, they'd find they'd have more money. That's all I'm saying. That was a joke, everyone. Anyways, back to what I'm saying. But you see it with that. You see it with like, I'm still old-fashioned. I mean, not so much that I buy records anymore, but I still like to go buy CDs. And it's like my son-in-law, Vince, the music guy, aka AZLeo Valor, I always say, hey, do you got this CD or that CD, or this new CD comes out, and I think I'm going to go buy that CD. He says, I already have it. I download. He has everything on his computer. I still want to go buy CDs. I don't like buying stuff like that. But
I'm surprised people still go to concerts.
That's starting to come to an end too.
My 20-year-old niece loves going to concerts. She loves the experience of going. She also loves complaining about it for the next week and a half afterwards. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, we were so sweaty. Oh, this is going on. Oh, it smelled like somebody's cab, the floor of a cab, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how the hell do you know what a floor of a cab smells like?
Yeah. Yeah, I still like going to concerts. I just can't afford it because they're so insanely expensive. Yeah. But it's because the price of things. The musicians that I've been watching. I'm very heavy into music and watch a lot of music related YouTube. And all the touring bands they're losing their butts right now, and they can't afford it. And it's to the point they can't afford, the tour bus.
Well, that's why we should have hollow concerts.
Yes, which will probably happen.
Which will probably
happen.
They
were doing it during the COVID. These guys were getting together and basically putting on shows live on YouTube and stuff like that.
What if you combine the technologies? You have the concert, the hollow concert, and you can 3D print that particular scene.
It'll probably happen. Image. I think I saw something like that in Star Trek.
In Star Trek?
In Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Trek is a podcast about stars, dude. They're not celebrities.
But so that's already kind of happened technology-wise. So I can kind of see it, but I have my about that. But 3D printing is very, very popular. But I think as long as you have, a choice, like me, I still like to go buy CDs, and they're getting harder to get, and you don't have a lot of record stores anymore. And you notice, like, you go to Walmart, for instance, and the CD section has shrunk to about that big, literally.
Yeah. And it's just usually the top 10 on the billboards, the top 10 CDs,
or it's just all Taylor Swift.
Nothing wrong with that. She's fine, but okay, so here's how I look at it. Not on camera. This is how we look at it. Records are the styrene model kits. CDs are the resin casting aftermarket stuff.
Interesting.
Okay, and then MP3 players, and then things that you can do on the phone. That's the 3D printer.
Right.
When you can start doing stuff on your own and creating things on your own, like you can do with making YouTube videos and stuff on your phone, I say you're there with the 3D printing thing. That's how I kind of equate everything.
Yeah, do you think there'll be just people making their own kit, whatever they want it to be? Just making?
Oh, sure. There are people on Facebook doing that right now.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. But there's a lot of money involved and a lot of talent. And
William E. Gary, I follow him on Facebook, and apparently
Who is that?
William E. Gary.
Okay.
And I think I shared some stuff with you on some stuff that he was doing. But I'm not sure if he creates his own files, but he does some really cool 3D printing. And he showcases it on Facebook. And, he's doing it for himself. He's not running a business like Joel over at Iceman or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But he's doing it for himself. And, he catches some grief once in a while because people want him to sell them the stuff that he's making, and he doesn't want to because of licensing issues, which I respect.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he's actually creating his own stuff, like scanning a photograph or whatever. I'm not sure how he goes about doing it, but he is printing some like really off the wall stuff, So,
well, that's interesting with the way the whole technology is going. The 3D scanner is a big thing that's helping this happen even better now, and more people doing it. Is you can go out and scan a car sitting in your driveway now. The 3D scanners are getting a lot better and more affordable. Of course, there's some 3D scanners that are still in the thousands of dollars that really do amazing 3D scanning. So,
isn't that what Revell's using to create their current generation of model kits?
I'm pretty sure
3D scanning.
Everything's 3D scanned now with the big companies.
Right. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a situation where Revell, for example, has a kit on the shelf for however much money they want to charge for it. Or you can go to Revell.com or Revell.org or whatever they want to use and download the same thing for your 3D printer, maybe a little bit of a discount because you don't have to worry about packaging and, shipping and handling that stuff. So,
yeah.
$35 Revel kit, monogram kit sitting on the shelf, or the $25 file you can print.
Yeah, I do see that happening.
And
Definitely.
I have nothing. I have no problem with that at all, because
No,
if you are a
will.
3D printer, if
I
you
think
are a
it'll
3D
happen.
printer, you can go in there and change some stuff and alter some things and sort of scratch. Well, maybe I shouldn't use that term, but you can alter it and modify it.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
how we're building these USAT cars, and everybody's modifying it or altering it in some fashion.
Yeah, you know, and by the time that kind of thing comes around, there's going to be a point that every household's going to have a 3D printer. A good 3D printer will cost you $100, $150.
It'll be like Back to the Future 2 with the fax machines, 2 in every room.
Yeah. Yes.
You'll have junk mail 3D printed on your counter by the time you come home from work.
Yeah.
Crap. Oh.
But it's going to be like, it'll become something that it's a necessity to have, because there's going to be multiple uses for it. Won't be just, model people having 3D printers. The mom coming home from work is going to need a 3D printer to print out something for dinner. Not that edible, but who knows? It could be a million things, household needs, that you have to have a 3D printer so you can get this. What's it?
Yeah. I imagine one day there'll be a situation of, you're decorating the Christmas tree, you drop an ornament, it breaks, you go over to the 3D printer, beep. Well, in 6 hours, we'll have another ornament.
Or your mug.
Yes.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
I wish I could print a 3D handle for my mug.
This was a gift.
That's right. From our friend Mike up in Canada. And I believe his last name is pronounced LaRue. Mike, if I've said that incorrectly, I apologize. But thank you very much for the mug. And I've already contacted Mike and let him know that this one did not show up in the best of shapes. But we did explain to him that we have a cunning plan. We're going to grind these off. I've already watched a few YouTube videos about how to do this, which means I am now an expert in watching videos for grinding off mug handles. But yeah, we're going to turn this into a pencil jar for the desk. Oh,
nice. And it's very cool. It's like, I'm into Mustangs, and you had that Challenger. You love your Challenger.
We had the Challenger. The Challenger we had named Kowalski,
and then of course Merry Christmas. And I have been using that was just water. I have been using my cup. It was dirty, so right now my coffee's actually in my
your plug mug.
A plug. Go to my Teespring store, or now it's called Spring. And we also have a Model Car Guys t-shirt there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, we got a Model Car Guys t-shirt. I owe you one.
Well, I keep getting emails from this thing called Spring. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Why is Spring emailing me? I'm enjoying the winter. Blow off. We do not need Spring here that fast.
You're such a silly guy.
Well, so according to my niece.
But so shameless plug. Yeah, so I got one more sip left.
Now, I will tell you while you're having your sip that a good friend of mine, if you're not familiar with him, it's Ajax over at Rattle Can Shenanigans.
Yes, aware of him.
He and I text once in a while whenever he has time, and he texted me the funniest thing a few months ago. He had his entire layout of his desk area just covered in wheels and tire sets. And most of those he'd sent to me. I did a video about that a little while ago, and I brought some to the Mafia meeting to share with you guys.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
But he sent me this thing, and then he said, and he kind of quoted Die Hard. He says, "Get a 3D printer," they said. "You'll have a lot of fun," they said. He says, "I haven't worked on a model in 3 months at this time," and this was like 6 months ago. And he's like, "I'm just going down the rabbit hole." I'm like, dude, if I had a 3D printer, I'd probably be 3D printing living room furniture or something for the house.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Everyone will have 3D printers because you'll need them for accessories for the house.
Yeah.
So, of course, that whole thing will work out. But, oh, my goodness, he's so right. It's just like resin casting. I can get so wrapped up in resin casting. I've been mold making this week on all my all my time's been spent with that lately. I haven't been able to be in production for a while. That's why I haven't put any new stuff out, but some new stuff is coming, everybody. Luka Cee, what's my company called? It says it right there. Luka Cee Products. There you go. Yeah, we got some new stuff coming. Be ready. And I've been out there making molds like a madman lately, and it's fun, but it takes a lot of time, and it's really terrible when you pull out a mold of something that you can't wait to start production with. And I have this one mold that's like big, so lots of money, probably about $100 worth of rubber. Pop it out, one little bubble of air, ruin the whole thing. No good. Got to redo it. Dang. Yeah, that's the tragedy of it all. Plus, not so much the material. I'll cut that up and recycle that so it won't go to waste. But it's still, I got to go buy more rubber. So it is still money lost. But what's lost more is this is something I've been telling people, okay, I'm going to be putting it back out, and I'm going to be also selling it in a different way. People are wanting it. They're in the lines for it. And I was hoping to have it out this week, and it's not happening. That kind of stuff happens. But yes,
I do have to appreciate your attention to quality there, because I would hate to see something like that go out for sale and have that issue.
We'll not do it. We won't do it. But the whole thing, I mean, resin casting is a lot of fun. And I can imagine this 3D printing thing is the same, where you get you don't do any of your model building because you're having so much fun making model parts. Mm-hmm. And it's so fascinating when you do, whether it's get it off of a file and set it all up on your printer in cyberspace, and then press the button and it creates, and and it comes out and it's like, oh, this is a usable piece, how cool. Or putting it in rubber and popping out the facsimile of what you put into that rubber, and it's a usable model piece, and you put it on the shelf, and it's just fascinating. It captures, and you want to do it again and again. It's like, I haven't built a model in 10 years,
but I've printed every piece I can to build one.
I have all the pieces, but I just haven't built them. Yeah.
It reminds me of a guy that you and I happen to know. He has that Mopar station wagon stashed in his garage, and he has every part to rebuild the engine, but he hasn't done it in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't watch this, so I can say this. But well, I have a request then. Is there a way we can fix this stupid master cylinder from the USAC build? It's only the top half of that.
That's ridiculous. But
yeah,
what if you were to take?
It's like watching somebody walk around with just a shirt on.
I know. That's a question I have. Hey, Monogram.
Slash Revell.
But this is back in the Monogram days, way back when. Not going to call out any names because I've actually mentioned this person. He may or may not have been a part of that. But why did you guys do that? Why did you make only half of things? Like in these awesome, my favorite model cars of all time, the NASCAR from Monogram, the 80s NASCARs. Love them, my favorite.
I like those.
Love you. The one thing that bugs me, that rear end. Looks great from there, but up on top, they only cast like half of it. They just like, you don't see it. Never mind. No, I want the whole rear end. It's like really weird when you look at it. It's kind of like, it looks like it's a miss shot, actually, the way they designed it.
Oh, a short shot.
A short shot, yeah, but it actually is, that's actually the mold. And I just always, it's like, it's such a bummer you guys did that, because that's a beautiful 9-inch rear end, but it's missing on the top. And it's like,
I wonder,
with stuff like that.
I wonder if that was Monogram's way of trying to get us to be better model builders by only giving you 95% of the kit.
I have to say that probably not. I think it all has to do with, if it's not seen, why cast it? That's like a half of a percent of a half of a cent of styrene going into that in that mold. But over time, that's $1 million saved.
True. It's like when people do resin casts of die-cast cars,
Mm-hmm.
and they just take the chassis and just press it into the mold and then cast that.
Yeah.
It's like there's no detail here. Well, that's up to you. Oh, okay.
Fine.
Fine. I'll become a better model builder even though I don't want to.
Do I have to?
How many times have I said that while working on this?
But hey, yeah, we're going with that stuff.
Finally got motivated and inspired to work on this dude. And it's almost done. I'm keeping a tape on there. That's part of the look.
I like that look. It's custom.
It's custom, yeah. We put a sign in the window. It says, "Don't lowball me." I know what I got.
What?
This.
That's what you got?
Yeah. So, like, put it up for sale. I'll give you $3,000 for that. Get out. But
idea.
Yeah, I finally got the thing, and you and I talked about it a couple days ago about doing a vinyl roof on there.
Oh yes,
so I'm studying your video about that. I'm studying Mr. Batson's videos about that. There's a couple other folks out there that have done vinyl roofs in the past couple of years, and I'm checking on. I'm studying their stuff. So I'm kind of. It seems like the consensus is the masking tape technique is one of the best.
It is. I've done it twice, and I was very pleased. And I have a model that I did in the early '90s. It was the first time I tried that out. Mid '90s or something like that, and it's still, the tape is still on the car. And
really, even here in Arizona.
Where's the car at? You know what? That car is missing. No, it's right up there. I still have it. It's up there. Yeah, it's convincing. It looks great. And definitely, I think these B bodies look great with vinyl tops, especially the route I'm going. But I'm not going to say anything because that's up to you to say. But you have told me your plan with yours that you just showed, and I think that is really going to be cool looking. I
sort of lost a lot of steam at the beginning of the build.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then when the model kit showed up, it had the crushed roof.
Yeah, you got deflated.
And Chuck was like, oh, yeah, all you got to do is he presses in one spot and the whole roof shifts back into perfect alignment. He goes, you just got to put pressure right there. I'm like, cool. Do you want it? No. No, he says. Okay, great. So then my good friend Orrin Jacobs from, he's known as the Captain. It's up in Washington. His channel is called give me a second now. It's called I cannot recall.
Busy.
Here comes the project manager. And so he sent me a kit, so I started working on it, and I was like, every time I wanted to do something, like, Kim's Custom Garage is doing that. Hey, this guy's doing that. Oh, hey, that guy's doing that. I'm like, well, maybe I'll make it a barn find. Oh, there's somebody doing that too.
Yeah.
So like, there's only so many things you can do with this thing.
True.
But I finally latched onto something, got my hook, and I figured out to go with that. So.
Oh, he left. We're okay.
Oh, he left. Okay. Look around for banana peels. No, he's back.
He's back. Look busy.
Oh yeah.
Hi, boss. He just keeps peeking in on us.
I'm just sanding things.
So,
making sure
I think what you got planned for yours, and you can put that in, let everyone know in your videos. I think that's going to look cool. And I tell you, the direction you're going with your wheels and tires, pretty cool. I think it's going to look.
I like them. I mean, these
neat.
are the kit Steelies that showed up on camera. Okay, the light's blurring it out.
Are you going to? Are you going to put the? Yeah, I know a lot of people say that was wrong. I remember when it came out, everybody complained that wasn't the correct wheel for that car. That's a later model. Blah blah. Who cares? It's a cool looking wheel, and a hot rodder would take that wheel. Like in the 80s, by the time that wheel came out in like the late 70s on the cop cars, like the Diplomat, and then you could see somebody in the 80s throwing that on their 7 GTX or Satellite or whatever. And are you going to put the little dog dish caps on there?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what's a kind of an interesting thing? Let me throw this idea at you to let it cook inside your skull. But before I give you that idea, let's take a break, and we'll be right back, and then I'll give you the idea.
Time.
Is that a great idea?
That's a great idea.
All right, we'll see you all in a few moments after these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I was waiting for that. You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
The biggest thing I don't like about these flappy top cake box things is that when you open a model kit, you can't do it with flare. Yeah.
Yeah, you totally lose out on that. I hate it. And when they did that, that was my biggest complaint, was that I couldn't do that.
So we were talking about the master cylinder.
Oh wait, look busy. Here comes the boss.
Oh, okay.
Look busy.
Busying.
Hold on, I got to do my job.
Oh, is it feeding time at the zoo?
Got to open up the Lunchable. We it's that. There you go, buds. Have fun. Enjoy. Good. I took care of the. I had to buy the boss some lunch there, so that keeps him off my back for today. Also, the whole deal with your wheel and the cap. The idea I had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and he leaves the door open. You're terrible production manager, program director, whatever he is. Anyways, we'll just leave it open. So, the wheel. Are you going to be basically going with body color on that wheel?
I am, yes.
Ooh, I love that look. So, check this out. You're not sure if you want to go with cap, no cap.
Right.
Why not take the cap? Because they did a beautiful job designing it, and it fits right on there real easy.
Oh, does it? Okay, I haven't even tested it.
Will pop on and possibly stay, but just in case, you go always put a little bit of a dab of like windshield or like white glue or something on there. Because if you want to take the model out to a show, one day you want to display it with the caps, one day you don't. You could pull the caps off and then just peel what little dab of glue you had on there will just come right off.
Ooh, I like that. I was also kind of considering something else.
Let's hear it.
Magnets!
You with your magnets, that is a better idea.
So if there's enough space to tuck the magnet up inside there. And
you could conceal it, make the magnet, because those things are metallic looking, by the way.
Right.
And it's like almost perfect sizes, like the hubcap, the wheel bearing cap thing job.
You mean the dust cap?
There you go. I wonder, could you actually like file it and kind of make it kind of dome looking?
Yeah. So the only thing I would have a problem with is I would have the magnet sent backwards, so it would blow the wheel covers off. Like, you just went it's a 1970s car chase movie.
Totally. Yeah, well, because it kind of pops in there pretty tight. Okay. So what you could have is you never know when it goes off, and you put that, like, say you bring it to the model meeting, and you put it down, and our buddies Bert and Ernie are standing there looking at it, going, "Ooh!" And then all of a sudden, bam! And it takes Ben White completely out. Takes him right out. And then Kevin's like, Ben!
No! And you're saying this is going to happen at this coming meeting, huh?
Yeah.
The one I can't make.
There's
blood. There's a hole in the guy that big. You missed it. It's like, did I?
Yeah, well,
So... Master Cylinder Blues.
So try this out. What if you were to take one from another kit, since you have multiples, say said other, like that one. There's a lot of glass in your room. I'll tell you. You got plate glass all over the place that you keep taking out.
Well,
So-
I'm aiming for the duck.
So, yes. So, you take that extra one, and if it's perfectly in half, so you got the booster is a perfect half circle. It should go up against each other and make a perfect circle of the master, or not master cylinder, but the brake booster, and then you can kind of carve what would be the bottom of the master cylinder, shape that to be the bottom of the master cylinder.
Well, I just happened to discover this on my desk. Does that show up good?
Good
So-
enough to get the point. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just remove that reservoir off the front there, and I think it's going to be okay. But there's an issue.
What?
Well, that little lug that's at the bottom part here, so we'll say the blue part's the bottom part, right?
Yeah.
I have to cut that off, or sand it off, or file it off, because the way the firewall is designed, it hangs from the top one. So,
Is that really an issue?
That's a
or
first world problem.
It's an issue. You just can't handle something that you don't have the modeling skills to deal with that issue.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Issue?
it right now.
There you go.
I'm not gonna do it right now
I wouldn't.
because I want it to look good. But yeah, no, I think that would work out well. But there's, I have another issue, which is I've got 3 of these kits,
You do have 3.
and I intend to build all 3. Even the one with the crushed roof, I want to build all 3. So that means that I can't sacrifice one of these things because I'm going to need it. So,
Well, I tell you what. This is the kind of friend I am.
yeah, how much
I'm not
is it
going to use
cost?
mine.
I still got your $10, by the way.
Good, Dig. That was a good move because I'm about to give you $20 worth of help.
Give you.
You can use mine. You can have mine. I'm not using mine in my build.
You're not using your booster.
I'm not using mine. I'm going brakeless on. It's a drag car.
Let's go.
We want to go fast. We want to go straight. You don't need to stop. There's no stopping needing. No, I'm planning on just getting a part. I don't want to have a brake booster in there because a
That's
drag
what
car wouldn't have a brake booster.
Depending on the racetrack, that's what the wall or the swamp is for.
Bungee cords. Bungee cords.
Wind it up.
And a lot of mattresses. Used
All right, well,
mattresses.
can you remember to bring that to Andy's on Saturday?
No.
Well,
No,
then-
that's where you have to remember and you have to text me.
If you want this,
So you're going to bribe me with my own money.
well, yeah,
Fair
that's how
enough.
it works. That's what the IRS does.
Perfect. I will bring that to you. Yeah, you can have mine because I was gonna pull a master cylinder. I just want a master cylinder sticking out of the firewall there, and I was just gonna get one out of the parts box because I was.
Well, if you don't,
because that master cylinder, it's in half. It's only half. Why would I use it?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, but don't tell anybody I'm doing this for you because I don't want the rumor to get out.
Well, it's a good thing we're not recording like earlier.
Oh, that was your hat. Hold on, let me get the Mustang hat. Redo that. Okay, better. Yeah, for you people.
Hat on the floor. Take 2.
Hey, we're gonna have to tell you all, people. We got a confession to make. We got a little behind the scenes thing to.
Yes. His real name's Matt.
This second part. This is our second try.
Yes.
We did the whole set after the break. We did the whole thing all the way to the end, to the going to Andy's. It was great, man. We had wonderful things happen, and
You ran over Felix.
yeah,
there
it
was
was so
35
fun.
minutes of me looking for these parts.
And I go to end it, and I see, oh, BG, I didn't hit record.
Yeah. And then it goes click, shuts off. It's like,
oh, I was so deep because we had some YouTube gold, didn't we?
Yes.
We're trying to recreate here, folks. So
maybe I should start recording also, just in case.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, which is
Not a bad idea. Have a backup plan.
That's not us.
It is funny though. So we're doing. This is our second take on all that stuff. That's how professional we are.
Yes. So we do a second take, and we spend most of the second take talking about how we messed up the first take.
That's how we roll.
That's because the cue card guy has already gone home.
Yeah. Nice.
And the bastard took my mug handle.
Oh.
What did you get in the divorce?
Oh man, you're killing me today. You are like really on fire.
That's my job.
You're on fire. Oh man, I'm a wreck. Makeup.
Can we just take a second and talk about something that is honestly the most beautiful thing in the styrene world that I say?
Yes.
This thing.
Oh, yes. I watched your video and you noticed that. I don't know if you read my comment.
I've been going through the comments today. It's been a hectic morning.
Keep talking. I'm checking something.
Okay. So yeah, I've been checking through the comments today. It's been a hectic morning. Started off with the post office. If you guys have ever gone to the post office, you know that just sort of sets the tone for the whole day.
Oh, tell me about it.
That's all I'm saying about that. But yeah, this thing. Oh,
I was looking in my walk-in closet of doom.
Uh-oh.
And doom. What could go along with doom? Anxiety. Doom and anxiety. There it is. The closet of doom and anxiety.
I used to call it the Well of Souls.
The Well of Souls.
Yeah. Indeed. Why does the floor move?
So many kits in there. Anyway, I have that kit. I have that kit.
You have this kit?
Yeah, I really enjoyed your story watching your Holy Grail. Oh, plug it right there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes. I'll actually, at the end of this video, there will be a link to that video. You guys should go watch it. He tells a very nice story. Cool. Anyways, if you like this guy looking at that face and hearing stories out of that head, go watch that video. It's a good one. Anyways, I was like screaming.
Gather around, children. I shall tell you stories out of my head. That's a lot better than last week. They were coming someplace else.
I got so excited. I was like, I love Aston Martins. I love Aston Martins. Like I've always said, if I was to win the lottery, we had a lottery story. If I was to win the lottery.
Me and Linda's lottery story.
The lottery story. That's a good one. If I was to win the lottery.
She was rolling her sleeves up.
Getting on okay, let's figure this out.
How much does an island cost?
Everybody gets to go to college. How much is college for what? How much is? Oh, yeah. We can do this. Wait,
and she's like, we can send one to this one and one to that one, and this one will probably have to go to Brown, but that's okay
because we don't like that one as much as the others.
Yeah, he's got the gimpy leg.
So I anyways, if I won the huge lottery, I always said, everybody talks about the cars they would have and all that stuff. And yeah, we're car guys, and of course, have that giant warehouse full of all these cool cars. I would really only want two cars. Really, quite honestly, one. I would get an Aston Martin what was the one I think I liked the DB9.
Oh, those were good.
But, whatever they're out now, I love the whole line of them of the past, what they've been looking like the past 20 years. There's just, oh man, to me it's just my favorite car. And I would just
the Phoenix car show.
What's that?
We were at that Phoenix car show last month.
Yeah.
And they had a list of vehicles that are supposed to be there. They had an Aston Martin. I'm like, oh sweet, okay, cool. So I'm looking around. Where's the Aston Martin? Oh, that's a Toyota. Where's the Aston Martin? Where's the Aston Martin? We finally go back out the front door. And they have a corral with 4 vehicles in this little corral. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe the Aston Martin's out there. Oh, okay, no, that's a Lamborghini. All right, cool. That was pretty wicked looking. Oh, there's an Aston Martin. Get closer to it. Oh, no, that's a Maserati. Okay. Oh, there's the Aston Martin. Oh, no, that's a Ferrari. It's not the SUV, is it? It's the SUV.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on, enough with that stuff. Ever since Porsche did the SUV thing, they all feel they gotta. But I tell you, I would buy one of those and like just drive around the country for a year. That would be what I'd do. And I would also get a dinner tux to wear while I'm driving. So I'd have the tux with the white jacket and a Walter PPK.
And the dicky.
Yeah. And an injection seat. Yeah. I would just take a trip around the country in an Aston Martin. That would be like my dream.
Excuse me, do you have a reservation for Luka Cee? No. This is Wendy's. Please drive through.
We will be coming into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely so I am a fan of Aston Martin. And when that kit came out, Andy had one, and back then it was $50 retail. $55.
And how long ago was that?
20 years ago? No, wait, I can tell you right now, because there's a cool story attached to this, so I know exactly when it was. It was like 2010.
Let's look at the box.
Oh, there you go. I bet you it was like 2009, 2010.
2010.
Right. So the kit was about $50, but how much were kits back then?
It depends on who you're buying from. If you're buying Tamiya, they weren't $50. They were probably more like $35, $40.
Exactly. So it was an expensive Tamiya kit, but like regular kits were, I think they were like $12, $14 a kit back then.
Yeah, probably. At least.
All right. So
I think 25 would have been the high end.
Yeah, $50 kit. That was like, I kept going into, and it wasn't selling because it was expensive.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this thing is killing me. I want this so bad. Well, I did something for Andy that, made him money, and he gave me the kit.
Really?
Yeah. For basically doing something that made him money. And I think I took a whole bunch of kits, so I sold a whole bunch.
Your reward.
There's I think it was, I went to a swap meet in California and took cases of models for him to sell and brought them back.
Oh, wow.
Fist full of cash. And he says, you know what, you've been wanting that Aston Martin, go ahead, it's yours.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said you brought back fistful of cash, because I was worried you brought back arthritis.
And arthritis, holding the fistful of cash. And a blown engine, but that's for a whole nother story. We never made it all the way home. My engine went pow in my Saturn wagon I had at the time.
Oh, so you just brought back a fistful of cash?
One fist. I had to take the other fist, and no. But anyways, that was really cool. So he gave that to me. So I have that kit, and it's like I'm thinking, wow, I didn't realize you were a DB, an Aston Martin DB lover, as I am.
Oh, yeah, man. Thinking, ever since the Aston Martin DB5.
Yeah, I was thinking, buddy build.
Depends what color you're going for.
One of the colors.
Okay.
Actually, mine's going to be a track car. So,
are you going to do the British racing green with the yellow koi mouth?
If you are, I am. Yes.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, me neither.
No, it's like, okay, this is such a nice kit, and of course it's the Grail kit, so how do you attack it? It will get built. It's not going to be sitting on the shelf.
I got mine to build.
So
I've been just trying to find the proper donor kit, and I think I know the donor kit. I think I did end up getting the donor kit because I want to put a cage in mine because it's going to be a track car, and then I got to find the right wheels and tires that'll work on it. So as beautiful as those wheels and tires are that come in it, I want to go for a little more racier thing.
Yeah, with like the BBS style center,
right?
Center lug.
Yep, I'm probably actually going to be using one of the Revell IMSA Corvette things that thing, or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna look up Aston Martin track cars.
Oh, you'll find them.
Aston Martin track cars.
Actually, if you want to see a very cool, very cool, huh?
Oh,
Yeah. There was a school that I think they were out in San Diego, California. There was a driving school that actually used Aston Martin, all done up, roll cages and everything. Aston Martin. Yep, there you go.
it's on fire.
They used Aston Martins as their class cars, and they had a black one that was yep. There you go.
That's the koi mouth I talk about.
Yep. And they had there was one car that was that dark gray, and they put 007 as the number on the side of the car. And if you watch, I think you want to go to the YouTube channel, The Smoking Tire. But if you look up Matt what's his last name? Matt Farr.
Matt Farr? I'm not familiar with him.
He is it's this guy right here. Jeez, Judy.
Oh, okay, that guy. Sorry.
Yeah, he's quite the automotive journalist. Was one of my favorites. He's really pretty prominent on YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it was either. Remember, I told you about that one channel called Slash Drive that was just an amazing channel back in 5-7 years ago, and they blew it. They were the best automotive channel, and they had all these shows, and he had a show called Tuned. So if you look that up, it might be on there. I'll try to find the thing. Now, I'll put the thumbnail right here. He went to this school and drove that Aston Martin 007 car in this video, and that was what made me want to get do with that kit. When I had already had the kit and had the idea, but then I watched that video and go, oh, there really are. Because I was thinking, this is kind of a far out, who would have the money for an Aston Martin and then make it into put roll cage in it and track car. Yeah, look at that. Ming blue. That's a good color.
It's from my buddy over at Splash Paints.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a whole line for Aston Martin, so yeah, buddy.
There you go. So you can get your Aston Martin color. But yeah, definitely. I want to do that, and that is a cool video. You guys should check it out if you love Aston Martins. He's got quite a few Aston Martin videos. Matt Favre. If you go on to his channel, The Smoking Tire, or look up his show Tuned on Slash Drive, which I think they changed their name, but yeah, you can still find him as Slash Drive. Is it / Drive? /
Drive? That doesn't make sense.
I'll put the logo right there.
With the power of the internet.
Wow, we beat this to death, didn't we? Do we have more to say? I think
we have. Yeah, we covered the things.
You know what? I did a video with that Aston Martin.
You did?
One of my little bench race videos. My hey, let's see if this will work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So you're like doing some mock-ups and stuff?
Yeah, it was just a mock-up. I took it's when you seem to have it right about here right. I just saw it on your shelf here. Where is it? Where is the Mustang? The Tamiya Mustang. I thought I saw it. You have.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, there it is. Right about here. Yes. I took that kit.
The flowers are still standing. Okay.
I took that kit and I figured, because to me, when that car came out, I remember going to the Ford dealership to check it out. The first one I ever saw. I was really excited about what they call the S550 when it came out in 2015. It looked like an Aston Martin DB. I think DB10 or whatever.
Oh, I agree.
And I really think they took a lot of styling from Aston Martin. That's why I love that Mustang, which it's on my mug. I would love to have one of those. Because I always thought I would buy one of those, drive around, and pretend I was driving an Aston Martin.
I remember when they came out, Jacob, my older nephew, was pointing it out and goes, "That looks like an Aston Martin." And I said, "Yes, that's why Ford refers to it as an Astang."
Well, they were going for that European Astane look.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so I took that Aston Martin kit you have and that Mustang kit and go watch the video and see if it would work. So actually I was thinking about using the Mustang as the donor.
The wheel arches almost line up.
Yeah.
The width is just about the same too.
And the body line, if you see the body shape, that's what was real important because the roll cage has to look like it's meant for the Aston Martin.
Yeah, the Ford has just a little bit higher. Oh, it's my angle's a good angle. Just a little bit higher of a roof line, just a tick.
Yeah.
But dimensionally, they're damn near the same.
Yeah, they followed the Aston Martin thing pretty close.
Yeah, dude, that would probably work.
Yeah,
you need to shorten the chassis just about 2 millimeters.
Yeah, I was probably going to I was going to use the Aston Martin chassis and all that stuff. I wasn't going to use the Mustang chassis.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to raid the roll cage and the wheels and tires and all that stuff and all the race stuff from the Mustang, and then I'd have a hull of a Mustang that I'd probably do something with. So I don't know. When that Mustang kit came out, I bought like 4 of them, so I'm good.
That's cool. Mine was a gift from my buddy James Tester.
I heard of him.
Yeah, he's got a channel and stuff. It was a thank you gift for the beginning of COVID, and they got caught with their pants down and didn't have any toilet paper. So I ran over some. I didn't run over. I put in a driveway, drove over it, and like, take a picture and send it to him. It sucks to me. I can drive over my. No, I took over some, and as a thank you, he gave me that kit.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's right. Well, I'll tell you what. The Tamiya Aston Martin. Back that up. Reverse. Start over.
Thank you.
The Tamiya Mustang is my COVID kit. It'll always be that, because when I made my video, remember I got the kit before it came out through Andy.
Mm-hmm.
We did those connecting videos, and I did the build-up videos on it, and then I did the video with Andy at his place showing it, and I was coming down with COVID.
Oh, great!
Remember, I got real bad, and that would have been March of 2020. And and if you watch Andy's video, it's like just a couple days later, I was like, and I got diagnosed like 3 or 4 days later, after I'm sitting there with him, next to him, we got the model on the table and we're talking about it. And I was already kind of feeling something's wrong. Yeah. He got real lucky. He never.
We got it. Well, that's good. Well, good thing you guys weren't kissing together or whatever.
Yeah. And we were sitting right next to one another. Whew, that was a bad experience. But anyways, but quite honestly, I look upon that time period of making that video and stuff. I enjoyed that model so much. It's still sitting up right there. Love it. Love that kit. I want to build it again and again. I'm done.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't you threaten me with a coping saw.
Well, a coping saw. This is a string saw.
Yeah.
I think we covered that in part 1, right?
I don't know.
Oh well.
I hope we did, fellas and guys and gals. And
it's actually it's a metal frame of a geoduck.
Oh boy. Hey, well, we had good things we talked about that we didn't film, but we talked about some good things on this one. And well, and if I ever use my brain when we do this, and if right on when I'm looking at my screen, way up in that corner above BG, it says recording. So I should know. Yeah, you looked right at. You see that? Look there.
Yeah,
it's right there. If I would have noticed the last time that it was there and said,
it says it on my screen right there also, recording.
So it's just as much your fault as it is mine.
Okay.
Now you know, and we will never make that mistake again, people.
You know what? Don't make me come over and punch you with the sharp end of my mug.
You'd do that too, wouldn't you?
I'll do that too.
All right. Well, I tell you, you got any more to say?
No.
Me neither. I'm done with this.
I'm done with this. Oh, yeah. So, Andy's. We're going to go to Andy's on Saturday, doing a hangout with the Mafia guys.
Absolutely.
It's got a little too small a space right now because Andy says he's been getting in shipments of stuff. Doesn't have the space to hang out and do build stuff, so we're just going to hang out and we're going to descend on the store like a pack of locusts and then go have lunch.
Clean the place out and go have a taco.
You go have a taco. All right, shall we close it out then?
Yeah. What the heck?
All right, cool. Well, that's Luka Cee.
That's BG.
And we are
the Model Car Guys
on YouTube. All right, ready? Producers rise. Oh shit! I rolled over a box lid.
I finally made it.
Medic!
Ah!
Medic!
Did you kill a box?
Kill the box.
Ah!
Well, at least this makes up for it. I'm just going to hug this for the rest of this year.
You should. Have you taken it to bed with you?
Maybe. Time won't let me. Time won't let me. Oh, I should have gone to Nashville.